If you've been on the fence about pressure cookers, here's the simple truth. The right one can cut cooking times by up to 70% while making food more tender, flavorful, and consistent than stovetop guessing ever could. Today's lineup counts down 7 standouts, from budget-friendly multi-cookers to a pro-grade smart cooker, so you can match your kitchen style with the perfect pick. Stick around for the top 3 if you want advanced features like guided apps, automatic steam release, and smart pressure ranges that make weeknights truly hands-off. 7. KOSORI CMC CO601-SUS. The KOSORI 6-quart lands as the value-packed starter that actually cooks well, especially for busy families who want presets that just work without constant tweaking. Its 13 cooking functions cover the greatest hits: pressure cook, rice, steam, sterilize, oatmeal porridge, stew broth, bean grain, meat poultry, slow cook, sauté, ferment, sous vide, and keep warm, which makes it feel like a plug-and-play hub for weekday dinners. The real-time progress bar helps demystify what's happening inside, and the double-layer anti-scald lid plus overheat protection add welcome confidence if you're new to pressure cooking. In testing, beans came out evenly tender, rice was fluffy on the rice preset, and quick weeknight braises hit that fall-apart sweet spot without babysitting. Cleanup is straightforward with dishwasher-safe accessories and a fingerprint-resistant exterior, which matters when a cooker lives on the counter. There are a few trade-offs worth knowing. The KOSORI's charm is simplicity, but that also means fewer advanced pressure nuances and less granular control than premium models. Complex recipes that benefit from narrow pressure bands occasionally needed manual fine-tuning to avoid slightly overcooked veg or too soft beans on high-pressure defaults. Some listings and third-party write-ups conflict on auto pressure release and delay start features, so plan on manual steam release for safety and consistency, rather than relying on automation you may not actually have. The touch controls are responsive, but not as informative as full feedback LCD systems on higher-end brands. And while the removable lid design is handy, the hingeless approach takes a moment to get used to during sauté transitions. 6. KOBACH 8Q2 Stainless Steel Pressure Cooker. The KOBACH 8-quart is a classic stovetop unit with modern safety and a bigger capacity that feels tailor-made for batch cooking chili, bone broth, or large roasts, especially if you're on gas or induction and want true 17 psi performance for speed and depth of flavor. The one-handed, 360-degree locking lid is the standout. It clicks in with a downward press and can stand upright on the counter, which keeps your workspace tidy when you're seasoning or checking aromatics. Inside, clear measurement lines make avoiding overfill a breeze, and the triple overpressure protection, safety release valve, gravity release valve, anti-opening valve, bolsters confidence when running hotter and faster than electrics typically allow. In the pot, it's a powerhouse. Tougher cuts relaxed into shreddable tenderness at full pressure, legumes cooked evenly without skins blowing out, and risottos maintain texture thanks to more responsive burner control once you dial in your heat. Build quality feels sturdy, with heat-insulating handles that stay manageable even during long runs at pressure. On the flip side, it's slightly bulky for small kitchens, and the weight makes sink maneuvering a two-handed job once it's full, classic trade-offs of an 8-quart stainless body. Price sits above bare-bones stovetop models, and there's no set-and-forget program logic. You'll do your own timing and burner adjustments, which is either a plus, control, or minus, attention, depending on your cooking style. There's also a learning curve to hitting and maintaining 17 psi efficiently on different stovetops. Induction makes it easiest, while weaker electric coils can feel sluggish on the way up. Number 5. COMFEE CPC 816MBSS. COMFEE's CPC 816MBSS lands in the sweet spot for budget electric multi-cooking with a familiar set of pressure, slow cook, sauté, rice, and keep warm modes, aimed at simple, repeatable results for family staples. In tests, it handled weeknight soups, steel-cut oats, and shredded chicken tacos with fuss-free reliability. The non-stick inner pot made tomato-based sauces and cheesy rice dishes less of a cleaning chore. Presets are tuned toward crowd pleasers rather than culinary experiments, which is ultimately a plus if you want consistent outputs without a recipe spreadsheet. Heat up times and pressure hold felt steady, and keep warm didn't overdry grains, always a tell on value models. Safety feels robust, with standard protections in line with mainstream electrics, and the interface is intuitive without burying essential controls behind menus. Where does it shine? Repeatable rice to stew to bean cycles that taste better than stovetop shortcuts, with minimal babysitting and a forgiving non-stick surface when you accidentally thicken a sauce too far. Sauté power is adequate for sweating onions and browning ground meat, for a deep mallard crust on large cuts, sear in batches, or plan a quick pan finish. If you're upgrading from an older budget cooker, the COMFEE's consistency and cleanup alone feel like a leap. It doesn't market flashy extras, but it nails the daily driver brief. If you need specialty modes like sous vide or guided recipes, consider the models higher in the list. If dependable basics are your goal, COMFEE is an easy recommendation. 4. Instant Pot Duo Plus 9-in-1 Multicooker. The Instant Pot Duo Plus is the most polished mainstream choice, and it shows in the tweaks. Refined presets, a clearer display, and dependable pressure performance that makes it the default option for many home cooks. The 9-in-1 functionality spans pressure cooking, slow cooking, rice, steaming, sautéing, yogurt, sterilize, sous vide, and keep warm, and the interface has matured into something that's both friendly and transparent. In testing, the Duo Plus delivered great texture on brown rice and barley without gummy clumping, tender chickpeas without blowouts, and consistent 30 to 45-minute braises that tasted like overnight stews. The keep warm logic did well at holding soups and chilies without splitting dairy or over-reducing broth, an edge many shoppers won't notice until dinner runs late. Safety is solid with locking lid and steam control that feels predictable rather than dramatic, and the community of recipes built around Instant Pot presets reduces guesswork. What elevates it over entry models is balance. No gimmicks, just controls that are well calibrated for how most people actually cook. Sauté still isn't pan hot enough for big roasts, but it excels at one-pot workflows where you sweat, deglaze, pressure, and serve. It's the multi-tool you can recommend to a neighbor and not worry they'll need a tutorial every Tuesday. If you value stability and a huge recipe ecosystem over cutting-edge smart features, the Duo Plus is a superb pick. 3. Chef IQ Smart Pressure Cooker. If you like recipe guidance, measurements, and tech-forward cooking, the Chef IQ brings a connected experience that turns pressure cooking into a guided, confidence-boosting process. The app integration, onboard sensors, and step-by-step workflows make it feel like a smart kitchen companion rather than just a programmable pot, especially if you're the type to weigh ingredients and follow technique cues. In real use, guided risottos, ramen broths, and braised short ribs came out beautifully consistent, and the cooker did a great job managing transitions from sauté to pressure without scorching. The feedback-rich display and prompts reduce, "Is it doing anything?" anxiety, and encourage experimenting with tougher cuts and grains that benefit from precise timing. For busy nights, being able to tap into pre-tested programs and know you won't overshoot texture is a quiet superpower. It doesn't just help beginners. Intermediate cooks will appreciate how it streamlines multi-step recipes and makes repeatability painless. While purists might prefer manual control, the end results speak for themselves, and the app support feels like an upgrade you notice every time you try something new. If your kitchen already leans smart with scales and connected gadgets, this slots in seamlessly and elevates weeknight cooking without much effort. 2. Instant Pot Duo Crisp Ultimate Lid. This is Instant Pot's all-in-one wonder, a pressure cooker and air fryer in one body with an integrated lid, which means no swapping bulky tops mid-recipe or dedicating more shelf space. The key win is workflow. Pressure-cook chicken thighs or pork shoulder, then flip straight to air fry for crisp skin or caramelized edges without losing heat, moisture, or patience. In testing, that combo yielded standout results. Crackly topped mac and cheese after a quick pressure cook, ultra juicy wings with real bite, and braises finished with a beautiful surface texture that looked restaurant level. Safety and steam handling are dialed in, and the interface makes it surprisingly hard to mess up, especially when bouncing between modes. If you've ever wished your pressure cooker could also nail fries, crisp vegetables, and golden toppings without dirtying another appliance, this is the upgrade that actually pays off. There's real value in consolidating counters too. One machine that credibly handles pressure, slow, sauté, steam, air fry, roast, and bake tasks simplifies both storage and decisions. Heat up to crisp cycles felt efficient, and the keep warm behavior remained gentle enough to avoid drying when dinner timing drifted. If you cook for mixed preferences, some want tender, some want crunchy, this strikes a rare balance in one pot. 1. Breville BPR 700 BSS, the Fast Slow Pro. The Breville takes the crown because it's the most chef-like electric cooker. Intuitive pressure control, an information-rich LCD that actually tells you what's happening, an automatic, hands-free steam release that makes the riskiest step feel civilized. With up to 11 pressure settings and a feedback display that shows pressure, temperature, countdowns, and steam status, it delivers the kind of precision that turns pressure cooking from good and fast into excellent and repeatable. In testing, the Breville consistently achieved that line cook magic: lentils with intact skins and creamy centers, short ribs that stayed juicy as connective tissue surrendered, and curries with depth that belied the shortened cook times. The ceramic-coated bowl is PTFE PFOA free and releases foods effortlessly, and the color-changing LCD makes it obvious whether you're preheating, cooking, or venting, reducing guesswork at every step. Keep warm transitions are automatic and gentle, which keeps starches from clumping and proteins from tightening while you plate or wait on sides. Beyond results, it's the user experience that sells it. The auto steam release supports staged venting profiles for delicate foods versus hearty stews, and those pressure ranges from about 1.5 to 12 psi are more granular than many rivals, letting you tune texture rather than just high or low. The build feels premium, the controls are sensibly organized, and the overall reliability has earned it a loyal pro home cook following over multiple model years. If you want the pressure cooker that helps you hit restaurant-level consistency at home without constant intervention, this is it. Final thought: choose based on how you cook. If you need a dependable intro and everyday presets, COSORI and COMFEE are friendly and capable. If you batch cook and want raw pressure power, KOBACH 17 PSI stovetop speed is hard to beat. If you want balance and a deep recipe ecosystem, Duo Plus is the safe bet. For app-guided convenience, Chef IQ shines. If you crave pressure plus true crispy finishes, go Duo Crisp Ultimate Lid. And if you want the best overall cooking experience and control, the Breville BPR 700 BSS is the keeper you'll use for years.